A lesson is learned. Fist might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we on the fire. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we on the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, the lesson is learned. Fist might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we on the fire. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we on the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, the lesson is learned. Fist might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we on the fire. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory.
Highline Racing Network.
Turn it up. Let it eat.
They're in the Napa car, bringing it into the Pedley's garage start zone.
Lights come on, the engine's humming low. Friday night, yeah, the whole town knows. Tommy with the crew keeping it tight and clean. Jim, they're making chaos look routine. This ain't luck, this ain't fate. Rubber meets steel with a whole lot of weight. If you ain't running the high line, you're already behind. No left, no fear, leave it all on the line. We don't tiptoe, we don't wait for a sign. If you ain't running the high line, you're already behind. Kyle and Zach, keep the order straight. Ryan, Eric, don't hesitate. Jerry, Kate, O'Brien, and hold the ground. Put drivers in place when tempers come unbound. One groove left, one groove right. Cross the line, you'll hear it on the mic. If you ain't running the high line, you're already behind. No mercy laps, no rewind. Every inch earned, every pass defined. If you ain't running the high line, you're already behind. You're already behind.
High
All right. We are live, bringing up Fox as we speak. All right, taking a look at what we got tonight. Here we are, Iowa Speedway, race number 2 of season 2. Looks like a lot of the drivers are showing up pretty early, getting practice in. We are looking at about 38 drivers on the course at the moment. We're gonna hop around. We're gonna take a look at a few of these guys before we get into it. But we definitely want to show you guys episode 1 from season 2 of the show. It covers the league. You know, we also got some fans, some crew chief action going on. We'll talk about a little bit of the beef, if you will, kicking around the league. It's going to be a good one, though. We're going to see how it all breaks down. Anybody that might be listening, you know, let us know up front who you think might win. All right. Checking this out. Who to start with? You know, what about Brandon Showers? Let's get eyes on Brandon Showers here. Brandon Showers here in the Red Bull 5, running for Prime X Racing. See who all he's got out here tonight so far, registered into the race. Oh, looking like he's a little short. He's got Ryan Wilson and his dad, Randy, out, but missing some key players there. Craig Rowe being one of them. We shall see, as well as the captain, Kyle Cameron. SMT's Justin Crow. Looks like he might have just spun out there. Yes, sir. They're in the 86. Look how he's getting that car reset. Out here with Grant Wesley and Donnie Beach. Jeremy Jeffries. Looks like we have not seen Evan Perry as of yet. Shane Hatfield coming out there in the 15, running for Torque Wrench Motorsports. Matthew Graham. I got to tell you, man, a lot of beef after last week's race between the Rowdy Racing crew and the Helix Motorsports lead, if you will. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. It makes it cool, you know what I mean? It means these guys are passionate about what they do. And just the same, you know, the head shed from Helix Motorsports, Bryce Hinton, you know, he's going to speak his mind. And at the end of the day, I respect anybody that speaks their mind, to be honest with you, man. I definitely do. Because I feel like I do the same. But you got to do it tactfully. And he riled the feathers up in the Highline crew this week. Yes, sir. We will take a look at some of the Highline guys here in a moment. Looks like none of them, except for, no, I take that back. Eric Hayden here coming around in his Highline as a result of the beef. Bryce Hinton calls the Highline the D class. So all these guys, you know, took right to it and threw together Highline Racing. D-Class, developmental drivers, threw them all over their hoods, man. It's pretty cool stuff. Sean Stamper, he's running one of his cool sim paints. Taking a look, I want to see the rear end of this one. There you go, Stamper sim paints, putting it out there. Got the blind squirrel across the bottom, so he's in the market for the Hard Charger $5 award tonight. Keep in mind, man, if you got that blind squirrel logo on your car anywhere, you know, be respectful with, you know, how you put it on there. You don't want to put it on there too small or nothing like that. Show love. You know, Blind Squirrel Media does a lot for us. So definitely, remember, Hard Charger, if you got that on there, get you an extra $5 each race. Joshua McKinney here of LBS coming around. There in the 03. Got a lot of love for Josh McKinney, that's for sure. We got Vincent Guerrero on track here now. Coming through in the 41. Checking out his teammates tonight. All 5 ready to go. All set up here. Jeremy Philpott, Cody Nichols, Brian Hennings, Benjamin Richards. These guys mean business tonight. Current team points leaders. Speaking of which, why not we go ahead and pull up the standings, the current individual standings for this year after race 1. Ethan Fonseca Moreno out front with 60 points. Prime X driver and sister team to the Dark Horse guys. Brandon Showers coming in P2. Ryan Wilson 3. VRX's Cody Neagles 4. Jeremy Jeffries of SMT 5. And take a look, some notable things to look at here. Trevor Haley, last year's champion, had a bad finish after an outstanding race last week. Ends up finishing 39, only picking up 13 points. So following behind quick, but surely he's going to get there before you know it. Also notable drivers, Bryce Hinton, calling the Highline boys the D class, coming in 21 right now. Just so happens I'm seeing some Highline guys, 18 and 19 sitting above him. So yes, sir, it is a battle, and I love it. But definitely take a look at your team standings, and then we're gonna bounce over. We're gonna check out the individual. We'll bounce over here in just a moment and check out the team standings. Team standings, looking at it. VRX currently with 38.4. SMT right behind them, 2.4 points. DHR, 5 points or so back. Pretty tight race. LBS, a man down last week, coming in 20 with 9th place with 24.5. But an outstanding team spread at the moment. We'll see how this shakes up after Iowa tonight. Back over, going to take a look at a few of these guys. We got the man in the 67. We got Chuck Fletcher in the house. Chuck Fletcher, man, really good driver, and this is an outstanding person. Somebody you could just sit there and talk to forever, I promise. Got Shane Hatfield. I think we showed him earlier, man. This dude, he throws up some funny stuff in the Highline Discord from time to time. I kind of feel like this dude's he's got a good personality. Yeah, I said it. I'm thinking, man, we might have 3 hearts of compatibility. All right, check it out. Oh, my dog in the 26, Sebastian Michaels coming through in a Highline truck. Yes, sir. Looking beautiful in that one. Another truck designed by the man, Jim Segredo, the voice of the Highline Racing. Everybody that runs a hosted session knows the man. Checking it out. Might as well show him. There he is in his D-Class Developmental Drivers Highline truck. Indeed, the man, the voice of the Highline. Everybody knows him from the hosted for sure. Definitely big shout out to him. A lot of you guys don't have any idea how much Jim does on the back end. Appreciate everything you do, sir. Just today, updating the number charts and everything, working with guys coming in last minute for fill-ins and such. There we go. Trevor Haley. Like I said earlier, didn't have the greatest of an outing last week. At the end of the race, he ran a great race all night. It was just really unfortunate how it ended up for last year's champion. Definitely expect to see him running up front. He ran in a practice race this week in the Highline, possibly 2, but I know of 1, and he finished, he got wrecked out at the end in that one as well, but he led, I want to say they said 140 or 148 laps of that race. I got to tell you, that's insane. Taking a look at the chat, though, we got some shout-outs for VRX. Indeed, looks like the Richards family. Going to get eyes on him. That's how we do it here on the Highline. If the fans are giving a shout-out, we're going to show love. We're going to pull them up on the big screen as much as we can. Also taking a look, more, wow, a whole bunch of guys, or a whole bunch of messages, I should say, getting thrown out there for the man, Benjamin Richards, man. Great to have you tonight. Coming through, was just recently in the hospital, battling some pretty serious stuff. But at the end of the day, he beat it. You know, he's out here running and gunning with his squad, all of VRX. So hats off to you, sir, and good luck to you tonight. We're all pulling for you. Well, I think it's that time. We're coming up on about 15 minutes to go before the race is set to start. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get it over to episode 1 from season 2 of the show, covering down on everything Highline. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Hell yeah, boys, the show is back. This season is gonna be our best one yet. Are y'all ready? Kick it off, Dan.
Welcome to season 2 of the show. Daytona is in the books. And if tonight is any indication, we're in for a historic ride. Let's get down to business. We found out who wants to beat Dark Horse. Yeah, the sister team, Prime X, wants to be Big Brother. The Bear from DHR has other plans, though. Let's check out the highlights from Daytona.
Okay, guys, we are gonna get to the stage, but first I wanna catch all you boys up on the beef around the league. Bryce, you had some harsh words for Spragg and Rowdy Racing in the Beef channel. Can you elaborate further?
Josh says he didn't cause those wrecks. That's like a tornado saying it was just passing through the neighborhood. 0 freaking wrecks. And Bryce, if you want beef, then go get a Slim Jim. Because here at Rowdy Racing, we will body slam you, fool. He spun me so hard my car started speaking Spanish. The dashboard said, "Ay, Dios mío!"
Well, the stage ended early as a result of number 2 just losing it on lap 47. Take a look.
Looks like I see the 27 of Brandon Bikey there on the high side, trying to get something going there as he gets into the door with the 31. Oh, we're 3 wide up front. And they're going around. Just like that, there it is. It looks like when the car went below to pass, it really scared.
After the carnage was cleared, Prime X dominated the stage points, pulling the top 3 spots. Congrats, guys. Now back to you, Dan.
Thanks, babe. I mean, Lisa! We are gonna head down to see the highlights of the win. But first, a quick message from Admin Box.
Dark Horse superstar Ethan the Bear Morano dropped low and left Ryan Wilson in the dust. Not sure they will work together moving forward. Let's check it out.
Nothing gonna stop it now. We're in the middle of the backstretch. Ryan Wilson still in the lead with the Bear right on him. The bottom line starting to make a run. Grant Wesley pushing and giving all he got. Oh, and Ethan the Bear Moreno comes down. We see guys going around in the back. Oh, a whole bunch of them Grant Wesley is going around too. And Ethan Moreno is going to take it right here on the first race of the season 2. Ethan Moreno picks up the win for Dark Horse Racing in the 88. The Bear coming through strong.
Dark Horse is in the house. I have bad luck here, so this is crazy. I can't believe Ryan thought I would stay with him. No way I was gonna let the little sister team win.
Well, Ethan takes top spot, but Prime X is right on his tail. And take note that last year's champion did not make the list this week.
VRX said they may not win every race, but they will be the top team, and they backed it up as they lead all team standings, but only by 2 points over SMT. Now over to you, Stacy.
What a first week. Now let's get back down to the track and hear what the fans, drivers, and crews thought about it all.
I am going to reevaluate the tune on this bad boy. And I got some juice for Iowa, so I guarantee Chris wins pole next Sunday.
I don't care who Bryce Hinton is if I see him. I'm busting his chops. I got nunchucks in the truck, too.
Eric, just a few questions.
Look, lady, we just finished 19th. I just want a Bud Light and some peace and quiet. Now, can you get out of the garage, please?
We had a deal with DHR, and Ethan sold us out. It's on now. The wolf will be let loose from now on. Now get out of my way.
That's going to do it for Season 2, Episode 1. It only gets better. See y'all at Iowa.
Yeah, I'm in the vein, speeding like a dark horse. Nothing can contain me. Hit 'em and pause. Every race I'm taking, you know what I leave a coast. Counting all the wins, it's me they love the most. Watch me wiggle, watch me jiggle. I'm the king now. Just a little.
All right, I'm back with you. Taking a look at what we got here. We're going to look at a few more things. Then, like I said, we got some more stuff for you, man. We want to jump down for a quick little meet and greet. You know, we before the race, we went down. We got linked up with some of the fans. You know, hear what a few of those guys had to say. You know, listening to, I think we got a couple crew chiefs in the mix. So, yeah, we're going to get over there in just a moment. But we see some other guys showing up on track. So, we're going to hop around here just for a minute. Get eyes on a couple more of these guys. Take a look at Joshua Sprague. Looks like Rowdy Racing is all together now. Matthew Graham, Aaron Trebig, Daryl Sabalos, Corey Cook filling in tonight for Tyler Gothard. And then we got Keaton Cox here in the 57. Looks like the whole Helix Motorsports team is here. Hunter Wellborn is one that we hadn't mentioned just yet, as well as Ross Campali. Get eyes on him real quick there in the 146. I don't believe we had mentioned the 888 of SMT, Grant Wesley. Still looking like Evan Perry is not present. Jason Branch is in the house now. Looks like they're just missing one driver. Ryan Wilson coming around. Check out the hood on this truck. I saw a picture of it. It's something else. You're gonna dig it. Look at that. Look at that big wolf. You know, Ryan's nickname's the Wolf. I still call him Dead Wolf, but you know, because that's his Call of Duty name, if you will. But at the end of the day, he's the Wolf, and he's also an admin and the muscle of the High Line. Watching him come on by, running with the Prime X crew. Looks like there's still a man down. And last but not least, we're going to take a look at Justin Crow. I found another one that came in a little bit late. Now, Kyle Cameron there, the captain, as he's coming through. They're in the 55, dropping down below the 57 of Keaton Cox. Working out them tires. All right, fellas, we're going to get ready to head on over. Head on over and check out, you know, what all went down today with the SMT reporters. I'm sorry, not necessarily the SMT. We did have some SMT reporters before, but right now it's all Highline reporters, and they're heading down. So we're going to get over there and show you guys the fans and the crew chiefs. Check it out.
Welcome to the pre-race show. Let's meet the fans and crews.
Look, man, we were demoted to novice D-class drivers due to our performance as both drivers and admins. Yeah, man, you're incompetent just like me. You know what we say? If we are gonna suck, then do it as a team.
Let's go VRX! We're taking it all today. Best team on the track, hands down. Woo! Nothing beats race day at Iowa.
SMT is gonna burn it down in Winner's Circle tonight. Now, where in the hell is the smoking section?
Vamos ese! Say, homie, Juan is focused this week. Podium time.
Are y'all gonna help Primex?
No way, mamacita. But you want to go to Jimmy Chongas after the race with me? I was gonna race with VRX, but they were concerned about my meatballs, so now I'm their #1 fan. Bring home that win, boys!
We ain't playing games no more. Daryl and the boys have declared war on Helix. So their fans better stay away from our tailgate party too.
If you ain't running the high line, you're already behind. No left, no fear, leave it all on the line. We don't tiptoe, we don't wait for a sign. If you ain't running the high line, you're already behind.
All right, guys, we're working on a slight difficulty there, but we got it all situated. We're going to get ready to head on over to the national anthem now, and we'll be back with you shortly as these guys finish up qualifying prior to heading into a driver's meeting. All right. Remind each and every one of you guys that Joshua McKinney of LBS put together the audio with his guitar and played the national anthem, sent it over to us. You know, so at the end of the day, we definitely gonna show love and we're gonna run it. So this will be our second race in a week running it. We'll probably run it at least maybe one more time, see if we get another version, and you know, we're just gonna keep plugging away, making sure we show love along the way. Looks like these guys have moved over into the drivers' meeting now. So we're going to take a look at what we're working with tonight. Here in Iowa, we're looking at you know, a fast and feisty track. You know, it's not quite a mile long. You know, it's nonstop action every lap. You know, at the end of the day, it's Midwest hospitality out there. You know, cold drinks, great people, warm and welcome. You know, they'll treat you like family out there in the Midwest. They will. Even if you're rooting against them, you know, at the end of the day. But, you know, it's a smaller track, so you got, you know, you're going to have a great time there for sure among a lot of the locals. At the end of the day, you're also going to have a lot of good eating out that way. You know, those pork tenderloins out that way is something, you know, something special. You definitely, if you make it out to the track, you definitely want to take part there. And unlike, you know, a lot of the other events, you know, it's not too expensive out this way. So welcome to Iowa. It's going to be an awesome race, which is going to lead us right over to the Pedley's keys to success here. And what Pedley's is telling us is to start out with executing your plan. So you definitely going to need to, you know, come in with a plan here, stay disciplined throughout each phase of this race. You know, hit your marks each lap, stay focused there, trust the process and each other. Track position is everything. Qualify well, be aggressive. Clean air is your friend. Pass carefully and move forward. Tire management's going to win the race. You know, a lot of these guys, they're not seeming to have too much of a problem with the tires, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it is a possibility with guys spinning out and wrecking. So definitely take care of your tires, you know, and drive off the center. It really pays off late. Adapt and adjust. Track conditions change. Stay alert. Communicate. Be ready to adjust. They keep improving. And at the end of the day, the last but not least, you know, stay team focused. You know, you got a team out here. Work with them, you know, finish strong and bring it home. Appreciate Pedley's Garage coming through once again as we're looking at the Pedley's 200 here tonight at Iowa. Looks like these guys are still in the brief. So while we're still waiting for them, looks like we're starting to see some guys trickle in, guys starting to grid up. It's going to be hard to go through all of these names on this short track. We'll go through as many as we can for the starting grid. It's going to be something else when we see that admin box green flag drop right here on the Highline Racing Network for race 2. Looking like a couple of key drivers not making it tonight. Looks like Juan Escamilla not making it tonight, as well as the Bear, Ethan Moreno, last week's winner. Should start to see these guys gridding up here momentarily. These guys still on the warm-up. But I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to start going over the starting grid. These shorter tracks, it's going to be a lot harder to get them out. Tonight we're looking at Trevor Haley pulling down the pole with Brandon Showers P2. In row 2, Matt Brown of Torque Wrench Motorsports and Corey Cook filling in tonight for Tyler Gotham. In row 3, we're looking at Trace McDowell, as well as Jared Philpott. Trace McDowell filling in for Larkin Boyer of LBS, as he's down in Florida living a good life tonight. Also taking a look here now in the row 4, Daryl Sabalos and Nick Bauman running his first race of the season as he got signed late back to Dark Horse Racing. But he's here now, so he's ready to roll. In row 5, Eric Hayden and Grant Wesley. Chris James and Joshua McKinney, row 6. Row 7, Justin Crow and Bryce Hinton. Row 8, Timothy Tyler and Chuck Fletcher. Row 9, Randy Showers and Kyle Garrett. Row 10, Sean Stamper and Jeremy Jeffries. 1 second here. Back over to row 11. Thought I pushed it twice, but we got Vincent Guerrero, VRX, and Aaron Trubig. Row 12, Donnie Beach and Cody Neal. In row 13, Ross Campoli and Joshua Sprague. Row 14, Benjamin Richards and Hunter Wellborn. Row 15, Brock Piper, Jason Branch. In row 16, Shane Hatfield and Brian Hibbert. Brian Hibbert filling in also tonight for LBS. Row 17, Sebastian Michaels and Keaton Cox. Row 18, Evan Perry sneaking in late, coming in. Brian Hennings as well. Row 19, Scott Wise and Ryan Wilson. Row 20, Jerry Fassett. I take that back. Race control showing up. And our last driver of the evening, Matthew Graham. Warm-up should be finishing here momentarily. All right. Taking a look at the chat. We got Miles Man 69. We're talking about the Anaheim Hammers in the chat. He says, let's go Seabass. He says the driver formerly known as someone else. I guess I don't know who he's talking about, but he's just making a joke. And we got the big fans showing up for the man, Sean Stamper, as well. We got eyes on him. Let me know in the chat, man, if the audio is good. Forgot to ask you guys if the audio was sounding okay. Let me know. Please do. All right, taking a look. We got some guys down on pit road right now. All right. Appreciate the feedback. It's gonna be this race. I do anticipate being rather dynamic. I'm really upset to see that Ethan Moreno and Juan Escamilla are not here. I was really looking forward to seeing the fight, you know, between some of those guys. I do believe they would be running up front. Looks like warm-up is over. It is wrapping up. We're transitioning over to race time. These guys will be starting to line up here any moment now. Man, oh man, here we are, right next to last year's champion, Trevor Haley, and Brandon Showers here in the 5, running for Primex this year. Man, Trevor Haley, if you can hear me, rev that engine. Same for you too. Brandon Showers, show a little love. All right. These guys are on the move. It is going down. We're going to be seeing it all right here on the Highline Racing Network for the Pedley's 200 at Iowa. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for it? It's going to be wild. All right, here we go. Trevor Haley going to be taking it into the Pedley start zone. This is going to be a wild night. Looks like they may have extended it. Yes, indeed. This start definitely could be interesting. Our top 5, Trevor Haley, Brandon Showers, Matt Brown, Corey Cook, Trace McDowell. Pace car is in. An admin box green flag is out. And we're off right here on the Highline Racing Network Sunday here in Iowa for the Pedley's 200. Last year champions starting out quick, running bottom to the top. Trevor Haley, Matt Brown, not far behind. Brandon Showers there with him. Brandon Showers surely will probably work with him. And a caution is out. The caution is out just like that. We're going to try to get back and see what happened there. It looks like it was pretty far back, maybe. Looks like Scott Wise might have been involved in it. Not seeing what happened here. Jim Sagredo as well. We do have an indication for Scott Wise. So we're watching it here. Scott Wise there in the 31. We're going to take it full speed. Scott Wise pulling over, having some form of a difficulty, some form of an issue here. Going back live. Looking like Scott Wise pulling over has thrown the caution. We're going to go down to race control and see if we can't get clarification. Hey, Jerry, you got comms?
Yeah, I got comms.
Hey, we're just curious, what was that one due to Scott Wise just pulling off track there? iRacing throwing the caution?
No, Sebastian actually got just a little loose, and him and Jason Branch made some contact.
Ah, okay. Well, we might have to go back and find that one. Appreciate it.
Also, let you know, I am flying blind tonight. My admin box app is not working.
Oh, wow. All right, man. Well, we'll talk to you.
Yep.
Race control having issues with his admin box. Going to have to work it out manually, it sounds. Lights are out, so we will be seeing the admin box green flag drop here once again. All right, here they come. Green flag is out, and we're back at it. Trevor Haley out front. Trevor Haley drifting it up to the high side with Brandon Showers, Prime X right behind him, his sister team. Not sure if they got beef or not after what we saw. Trevor Haley still yet to get a Highline Racing win as the caution is out once again. Not sure. I think we're going to bring that back just a hair here. Not sure exactly who all was involved in that. Not getting an indication. We're going to jump over to Jerry. Jerry, we didn't get an indication for that one. Do you know who was involved?
Shane Hatfield, he didn't get checked up in time and hit somebody in the back.
Outstanding. Appreciate the info, sir.
Yep, sir.
Shane Hatfield should be in the 15. We're going to take that back, see if we can't see what happened with Shane here. Here we go. We got it. The 56 of VRX there on the high side. Shane. Oh, right into the left quarter panel of the 56. Wow. I'm not sure what the shakeup's going to be there from the race control, but I guess we will see if the 15 ends up moving to the back of the pack on an EOL or not. It does look like he is letting some guys go around. Indeed, looks like the EOL was placed on Shane Hatfield. Jared Philpott up front. Here's holding down P4. Looks like we're gonna have to go around one more time. Pace car's lights are out, so we will be going green this time by. Brandon Showers there above Trevor Haley. In P2, Matt Brown there in the 14. Jared Philpott. Hey, Corey Cook filling in for Rowdy Racing tonight. That'll be our top 5. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. Trevor Haley's on the move. Can we see some clean racing? Way too many cautions as I'm looking at 4 wide back there. Trevor Haley holding it down. Brandon Showers right there behind him. Nick Bauman, though, getting into the mix. They're in the Napa Auto Parts 97. Teammate of Trevor Haley, longtime teammate. These guys went P1 and 2 in the league in the first season. Matt Brown there on the inside, drafting with the 97. Looking back a little bit further, looking like the 28 getting into it with Randy Showers there on the door. Looks like they're holding it clean. Sean Stamper right behind Randy Showers there in the 22. Joshua Sprague of Rowdy Racing back in the 37. Currently in 22nd position. Jim Sagredo taking it easy back in the 31st. Ryan Wilson right there with him. Looks like these guys are trying to let a little bit of the wrecks happen, trying to preserve their car. Looking for Evan Perry. Evan Perry there. Running here in the back. Had some strong runs here in recent races. But Matt Brown is falling back to P5 now as Trevor Haley and Nick Bauman holding it down. As we're going to go to the ticker up top. Got some shout outs from the chat for Sean Stamper of Highline Racing in the 09. We just had him up a moment ago. The Dark Horse duo really dominating right now up front. Corey Cook filling in for Larkin Boyer. These guys are very familiar with Corey, but Corey Cook gets a bump, sends him up, lightly touches the wall, and Brandon Showers and Matt Brown fly on by him as Corey Cook drops back to P7, and we're going to go on board with the man. No, we are not. We're going to get the FOV there changed under next caution. And then we'll get back on board with some guys. Whoa, Matt Brown's going around. The caution is out. The caution is out. Wow. A lot of guys checking up here. We're going to go back and take a quick look at Matt Brown. There he is. Oh, he catches a bump off of Corey Cook. As looks like Corey Cook's trying to get around him. We'll take it back one more time. We might go on board. We might take a look at this from Corey Cook's perspective here. We'll watch it one more time right here. Oh, wow. I take that back. That was Trace McDowell, maybe? Indeed. Bringing it back. Trace McDowell with the wrong number set up here. Taking it back, we're going to see what happened here with Trace McDowell. Definitely gets into it. Gets into that right corner, kicking off a massive wreck there with Matt Brown anyways. All right, we're going to hit a quick commercial and we'll be right back with you.
Folks, welcome to Jimmy Chongas, a little slice of Italy south of the border. We got quesadillas bigger than Talladega Rex, churros hotter than your ex, and margaritas smoother than a clean pit stop. One bad block, one big wreck, and suddenly your race car looks exactly like this meatball burrito. Or Brian Duncan's car. Whoa, brain freeze at 200 miles per hour. Get some high-octane flavor. Jimmy Chongas Mexican Grill, where the spaghetti's loaded, the salsa's smuggled in, and the only thing getting whacked harder than the garlic bread is your race car in turn 3 at Talladega.
Ay caramba! Mamma mia! That's a spicy meatball!
Jimmy Chongas, Jimmy Chongas.
All right. Getting back linked up over here with these guys. As we're going back live right now, as Trevor Haley's getting into the admin start zone, and it is out. Trevor Haley there on the bottom. Nick Bauman finding his way to link up with him with Brandon Showers in tow. Corey Cook there as well. And I do apologize to Corey Cook for thinking that he was the cause of that wreck. Was not indeed. It was not him. That one fell on the Trace McDowell. As Trace McDowell drops all the way back. Getting eyes on Kyle Cameron. We definitely got a lot of trucks out here. These guys are running hard. Looking for Donnie Beach there. Currently in 23rd after starting 23rd, holding it down. Ryan Hebert there in the 87 running for LBS tonight. The Macon Bomber there in the 00 Navy truck. Got to show some love to Jason Branch for sure. Trevor Haley, Nick Bauman, Brandon Showers, Corey Cook, and Eric Hayden in the top 5. Yes, sir. Got Josh McKinney right behind him. Looks like Josh McKinney looking to make a move on the 100 as he drops down below in the white 03. Finds his way back to the top though, right behind the Highline truck. Nick Bauman definitely looking like he's content running behind Trevor Haley. Trying to look here, Justin Crow. Justin Crow of SMT currently in 32nd. As we're jumping over into the Highline chopper, taking a look here as we're following the 86 of Justin Crow. Big time member of the Cars and Coffee. Just an inside joke on my man. Looking for the Wolf. We got him. Hunting for the Wolf, and we got him here. As he's heading into turn 2 onto the back stretch. Currently sitting in 26. Daryl Sabalos involved in a wreck during the week in a local or a hosted race. Caused a stir. Definitely one of the cleaner drivers out there. A lot of respect. A lot of the guys have a lot of respect for Daryl. But beef happens. These guys take it serious out here, man. Trevor Haley and the top 4, essentially, starting to pull away from Eric Hayden and the rest of the top 10, it looks like, as Eric Hayden's now a second and a half behind. Grant Wesley right there in tow. We're going to go on board with Grant Wesley. Grant right here, right behind the Highline truck. Get a shout out in the chat for Sean Stamper. Yes, sir. We will get over there and take a look. Like Sean Stamper's running P11. Moving around, taking a look at Corey Cook here. Corey running P3. Ran a lot of P3, P5 races in season 1, right behind these two guys in front of him. Did pick up a win though. Cody Neagles. Cody Neagles, the VRX here in the 16. Currently running 12, just on the outside of the top 10. Yes, indeed. Chat's telling us that Sean Stamper's got it going with the paint. I do agree. The man is very talented. Getting eyes on Brock Piper now, getting his first race in of the season with LBS, but the caution flag is out. I do apologize. As Scott Wise has gone around and take a look and see if we can't find that. Scott Wise there on the high side. Whoa! The 18 washing up and just taking him out. Taking that back one more time. We're going to see this through a different lens here this time. Then we might watch it one more time from the 18's perspective. Whoa, just nailing the man. And one more time, we'll bring it back. Get behind the 18 here. Kind of get an idea of what was happening there. We're going to go on board. Will turn left. Oh, man, he had it cranked. Just overdrove the turn big time. And we're back live. Like Vincent Guerrero stayed out. We're going to jump over real quick for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with you.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right. Pace car's lights are out. We're going to be going green this time by. So we have just a few minutes. We're going to hit one more.
Gear up for the season with the latest Highline Racing Network merch. Check it out and shop now. Get your gear for real right here at this link or find it in the Discord channel.
All right. Pace car's heading into turn 3. Vincent Guerrero stayed out. Last pitted on lap 23, electing to stay out here up front. Trevor Haley, Brandon Showers, Nick Bauman, and Corey Cook as the green flag is out. And we're back green, waiting to see what Vincent's going to do as Trevor Haley gets into the door of his teammate in the 97. And they both elect to go around. Nick on the bottom, Trevor on the high side, both successful. What a move by the Dark Horse duo. But these guys might be fighting it out right now as they're in the door again. Surely the head sheds at Dark Horse up high, you know, in the box seats, watching this, probably just cringing as they get a sense of relief now as Trevor pulls out front. Nick concedes the spot, it looks like, over to Trevor, holding down P2 with Brandon Showers of Prime X right behind him. Definitely a battle tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of battles, we want to give a big shout out to Dark Horse number 6, Zach Cato, serving his country currently right now. We're pulling for you, sir. Can't wait for you to get back home, get back on track. Stay safe. Hats off to you. Hats off to you as well as everybody you're with, man. Big time supporters of the United States military. Hunter Wellborn running 3 wide back there. Whoa, I take that back. He's just behind the 3 wide as they split off. Oh, and he gets into Trace McDowell. The 55's going around, the 9. A lot of trucks going around there. We're going to rewind it right from here. We saw it happening. We definitely seen it happening, and I'm not sure if it was Trace McDowell. The Trace McDowell issue there. Looking for Trace McDowell. So going to try to watch this. We'll go far Chase here. Watching Trace here. Trace here on the bottom. Trace just takes a bad hit from the 66, sends him into the 74. The 9 truck looks like may have been part of the issue as well. Looks like he got loose up front. The 55 of Kyle Cameron might have actually kicked this off when he got a bump. So coming here. Kyle Cameron there in the 55 on the high side, gets into the wall, comes down, catches a hit by the 16. 16 takes a bump, and it's kind of a trickle effect there. As we're back live. We might have time to get a word in with Trevor. I'm sorry, not Trevor, but Jerry. Find out if he's got anything to, to issue a penalty on there or not. I do believe it originates up front behind Kyle Cameron and those guys. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and hit a quick another quick commercial. Hope you guys enjoy it.
You know, if you were not blind, you would have saw the big one coming as a result of the random taking it 4 wide.
If you would have had the blind squirrel 4 wide glasses, you would have seen us there, buddy. Either you just suck, or you're 4 wide blind. Head to Harbor Freight and pick up a pair today.
Indeed, get your 4 wide glasses. But in all seriousness, we showed you guys just a few moments ago the Highline merch store. Definitely get over to that link. If you want it, it's in the Highline Discord. You can definitely link up, get there, and go over. You can select all kinds of different color hats, shirts, hoodies, the likes, man. And we will be going back green this time by as Trevor Haley, Nick Bauman, Brandon Showers, Corey Cook, and Grant Wesley of SMT getting into the mix. Pace car is in as they're heading into the admin box. I'm sorry, the Pedley start zone as the admin box green flag drops and Trevor Haley's on the move and Nick Bauman on the outside. Jumping over into the fan cam, watching these guys come around out of turn 4. Taking a look at the lap leaders, Trevor Haley currently with 51 laps led. Remind everybody, 4 points. We have our stage at lap 100, but there are no cautions for it. But the winner of the stage picks up 5 extra points. And it'll go 1 point drop all the way down to P5. So top 5 will get a few extra points. And the caution is out. Daryl Sabalos, Brian Hebard involved, Scott Wise as well. We're going back. All right, the 9 of Daryl Sabalos, really not sure. We're going to take a look at it one more time. That's where it gets going right there as the 67 and Trace McDowell get into it with the 10 of Sabalos. So let's take a look here. Trace McDowell passing clean on the bottom. The 6 gets into it with Fletcher, shoots him down right into Trace McDowell. Going to see it one more time. It looked like maybe the 9. We're going to go on board with the 9 here. Maybe he didn't realize that he had Fletcher on his outside. Let's see what the wheel does. Here he is on the inside. Trace is coming now on the inside. Here he is. He just drifts up right into the 67, unaware that he's really there. And another caution is in the books. Our 6th caution of the night. Not the greatest, averaging about a caution every 10 laps. Taking a look at some of the team dynamics right now, as the Dark Horse squad, Trevor Haley, last year's champion, Ethan Moreno not in the race tonight, as well as Juan. Timothy Tyler is here. We're going to get eyes on him. And, of course, Nick Bauman racing his first race of the season, signing late. And then the Primex crew, Randy Showers, Craig Rowe not making it, Ryan Wilson and Kyle Cameron. And we'll take a look at a few other here in a little while, as we will be going back green this time by. Want to give a big shout out to TWRS as well. Team Watson Racing Setups provides all the setups for the Highline. As we're going back green right here, Trevor Haley in the start zone, and we are off. Nick Bauman there on the high side. Brandon Showers in tow. Gonna pull up another graphic here. We're gonna take a look at our biggest gainers on the evening, with Brian Hennings up 22 spots, Jason Branch 18, Ryan Wilson up 17, and Jim Segredo up 13. Keaton Cox with 10. Looking for the Wolf, as the Wolf is now up into P21. Whoa, watching these guys. As we're on board with the Wolf right here, as he's got the 146 there on his outside. We're now on the nose of the 23, watching as he's coming into turn 2 now, as he heads out onto the backstretch, right behind the 66 of Ross Campoli. As promised, we were looking for Timothy Tyler. We got him here now. Started 15th tonight, currently in As we're heading into lap 71 now. Still looking at the familiar top 5. Trevor, Nick, Brandon, Corey, Grant Wesley holding down his spot now. Sebastian Michaels currently in 33rd spot here tonight. The fans are watching these guys come around. Trevor Haley still out front. Take a look at his laps led now, as he's up to 65 laps led. Hunter Wellborn. Hunter Wellborn heading out onto the back stretch. He's got SMT's Donnie Beach there underneath. I'm mistaken, that's Justin Crow. Looks like these guys are battling back here for 20th. Sean Stamper just outside of the top 10 there on the high side. Whoa, we see one going up high. We got eyes on Jeremy Jeffries, SMT superstar, as the caution flag is out. Whoa, and they're going back and around. They're going around. We're going to bring it back real quick right there for a moment. Looks like Ryan the Wolf Wilson is involved in this for sure. As we're going to go far chase here as we see him there on the high side. 16 code. Oh, the 57 of Keaton Cox. One more time. Wow, was that net code? I'm not sure. We got to see that one more time. It looks like it was net code. It does indeed look like it was net code. A lot of moving right now. Taking this slow. The 83 is coming up. The 83 of Timothy Tyler. Right here. Technically, it was net code. But it does look like he was going to hit him one way or another. It definitely looks like he washed up quite a bit. And then the 23, trying to avoid it, he gets involved. Bryce Hinton been pretty quiet tonight, as he's now up to P6 there in the 28 Helix Motorsports truck. Pace car's lights are still on. Taking a look at our team standings one more time. VRX leading the way there. SMT P2 and Dark Horse P3. Pace car's lights are out. Trevor Haley, Nick Bauman, Brandon Showers, Grant Wesley, and Corey Cook doing the honors. As we're coming into the Pedley start zone for lap 82, as we're getting ready to watch the admin box flag drop right here in Iowa. And there it is. As Trevor Haley's on the move, it looks like a few guys getting a little loose on start. Whoa, and the caution is out. Taking it back here, looking. Not seeing what we're looking for there. We're going to bring this back over here. See if we can't see. Not the angle we wanted there at all. I'm going to take it back one more time here. Somebody is definitely blinking out. Not sure who that is. Oh, there it is. The two. The two of Rowdy Racing is definitely involved here. Matthew Graham. Matthew Graham looks like he gets hit by the 51 of Brock Piper. Whoa, the two just comes down. The two just comes down and destroys it. Looks like he's having issues with connectivity as well. As we're back live, looking at our damage, Scott Wise looks like he's had the most done tonight for the Wrench Wranglers at just over a minute. The biggest gainer now, Brian Hennings, up 26 spots, all the way up into P10. The fastest five, that 5-lap average, Timothy Tyler bringing it in with a 47.9. A best. Looking at the best right now from the last lap. That's not really going to do us any justice. 23.4 best lap here. I'm sorry for Nick Bauman. Looks like the pace car's lights are out. But as promised, we were going to show another team graphic of the VRX team. Brian Hennings, Benjamin Richard, Jared Philpott, Cody Needles, and Vincent Guerrero. As they're on the backstretch, coming to lap 87. Same guys still up front. Grant Wesley now up into P3. It's going to be a big-time battle with some of these guys up front. We're talking about some serious talent up front. The pace car is in. And the admin box green flag is out. Trevor Haley's on the move. Gonna watch from the highlight chopper here so we can get eyes on this top 7 or 8. Really waiting to see what kind of battle we have up front. But the caution flag is out once again. Not sure who's involved in this. It looks like Vincent Guerrero might be involved here. Jason Branch going around there. Trying to get eyes on Jason Branch. Oh, that was the 41. That was Vincent Guerrero. We're bringing that back one more time. Looks like Vincent's having connectivity issues. But he's coming around right here. Looks like just too hot as he starts going around. Taking a look at the chat, not a whole lot going down at the moment. Looks like we got TJ Richards. He's in the chat. We got Scotty. We got quite a few. Looks like the Bad Bunnies here. Bouncing around, show a little love while we're here. Under caution. Show one more team graphic here. We'll go with the Helix Motorsports team with Bryce Hinton, Keaton Cox, Hunter Wellborn, Charles Fletcher, and Ross Campoli. The Rowdy Boys. 18 of Aaron Trebig, Tyler Gothard, Josh Sprague, Matthew Graham, and Daryl Sabalos. But tonight, the 7 is being driven by none other than Corey Cook. Pace car's lights are out. We're going to be going back green. Nothing big, nothing really big changed in our top 5. TJ Richards says his or her husband is Benjamin Richards. She's the big cheerleader tonight. As we're going back green now, Trevor Haley is on the move. Nick Bauman there on the high side. Nick right there with his teammate. Front row seat to some magnificent driving as Trevor Haley, like clockwork, down to the bottom. Rolling it out, they're going around in the back. Oh, hey, it looked like quite a few cars involved in that one. One wreck after another. Not exactly sure. We do know that a few guys went off track. Looks like it's a little further back. Right there, the 57. And it looks like Trace McDowell getting into it there. Going back to see what happened there. So the 57 of Keaton Cox. Wow, the 10 car just being way over aggressive once again. Getting into the 57. Right here, tries to shoot it up the gut right in the middle of the turn. Gets into it immediately with the 57. We shall see how Race Control views that one. Going to look for Trace McDowell. Possibly could receive an EOL or a green flag pit. We're going to jump down. Take a look at the pace car for a moment. Pace car's lights are still on. We're gonna jump down to the SMT team, and Race Control's down there, so we're gonna get a word real quick there. All right, hey guys, you guys are all in the booth at the moment. We're trying to get word with Race Control. We're just kind of curious if a at-fault incident was deemed or if it was a racing incident.
There was an at-fault for the 22 of Randy Showers. He went into the corner, got loose, slid up, hit that guy, and then he got loose and then ultimately ended up hooking him.
Wow, we weren't even tracking that one. We were looking at the 10 getting into it with Keaton Cox, so we weren't even tracking that Randy and them were involved in anything. We'll have to go back and check that one out. Appreciate the update.
Caution out.
Appreciate the update.
Thank you.
All right, we're back live as Trevor Haley is back green. I do think I want to see the Randy Showers and Eric Hayden incident. But at the end of the day, we've had our fair share of replays and wrecks. We want to see some green flag racing, so we're going to stay right here. Well, we were thinking that the wreck initiated with the 10 car, but apparently not. So we'll try to get a look at that here in a little while as we're approaching the stage right here. As Trevor Haley's coming through on the backstretch, still in the lead. Nick Bauman right behind him. Brandon Showers in tow through 3. Trevor Haley looking to pick up another 5 points as he's coming out of 4 on the straightaway. He's going to take the stage. No problem at all. There's 5 points coming to the 12 car. Last year's champion, Trevor Haley. 4 points going to Nick Bauman, Brandon Showers. Wow, these guys did a great job there. Definitely going to take it back. Trying to see. It looks like the 18 or the 8 of Philpott, as well as Bryce Hinton. Looks like they are going to be picking up stage points, but we'll clarify that in a little while. As we're through 103, looking at Trevor Haley still dominating, checking out his lap led at 92 out of 103 tonight. Looking at the chat, some of the Stamper fans showing the love, showing some, giving some props to the 12, as they're saying, Trevor's driving great tonight. It is what it is. I mean, you guys are witnessing one of the top drivers out there, but the caution is out. Looks like Brock Piper's involved. So we're going to take this back for a second. See if we can't get over to Brock. See what happened with him here. As there he is going around. Taking that back. It looks like he gets the 74. Looks like it might have been hit into him. No, the 74 drifts up and gets into the 51. We're going back live. We got them going down pit road. Just noticed that our mic was muted there for a moment. But indeed, the stage points are big for these guys as he picks up 5. Talking Trevor Haley. As Trace McDowell pitted back on lap 83, electing to stay out here as he's gonna take us back green as Jason Branch up 28 spots with Torque Wrench Motorsports. Matt Brown, Jeremy Jeffries, and Scott Wise taking a look at this team dynamic right here as we've got 4 Torque Wrench Motorsports drivers in the race tonight. And we've got 3 of them in the top 5 right now. Watching these guys as they're coming out of turn 3 now. Pace car's in, green flag is out. Trace McDowell with heavy damage on that front right side in the lead. Surely he won't be there long. Matt Brown looks like he's running a clean truck as he's there on the high side behind him. Jeremy Jeffries of SMT right behind him, ex-teammate of Matt Brown. Taking a look, we're going to get eyes on Sean Stamper. The fans are asking for it as they're packed tight here in the back. Sean Stamper running middle lane there in the 09. Brian Hebert here in 87, currently running 30th. And the caution flag is out as Timothy Tyler is involved in a wreck. Kyle Cameron as well. Watching this here with Kyle Cameron, he did show he went off track. Justin Crow gets kind of pushed up into the 55, but the 7, whoa, a lot of other cars. Sebastian, Timothy Tyler up there on. We're going back. We're going to take a look. We still want to get linked up with Timothy Tyler here. Watching Timothy Tyler. They're on the high side, and the 83 gets into it. Let me see. It looks like the 28 might have pushed the 26 up. It was definitely tight. Let's see. We're going to go quarter speed here. The 12's there on that. Looks like the 12 sees them getting crazy. The 83 and the 26 touch. I can't tell if the 28 actually got into him. It does look like he did, but I can't tell for sure if it was after the fact. Oh, the 12 of Trevor Haley catches the left side bumper, which actually turns the 26 into the 28. Right here, you'll see it again. There, sends him into the 26. The 83 doesn't get involved until after. Trevor Haley getting into it pretty hard with his teammate there in the 83. We're back live. Looking like Vincent Guerrero got into something late. We're going to go back and see if we can't catch what happened with him. Looks like he's just pulling over. Possibly has to give up a few spots. Heading up front, taking a look at what we got. Looks like Matt Brown is currently P1. As we got some guys heading down pit lane. Pace car's lights are out. We still see Grant Wesley coming around, trying to get caught up to the field. As Grant Wesley is now on the lead lap. He'll be in the back of the pack, but he will be, he still will be in this race. Trevor Haley involved in that. Currently in 29th. Big shakeup. Really waiting to see if he's going to be able to get back to the front. He's definitely got plenty of time as we're just coming out to 116 as we're going back green. And Matt Brown and Trace McDowell doing the honors in the Pedley start zone for the Pedley's 200 tonight. Anybody listening, hopefully you know that the 10's got really heavy damage on that right side. But the caution is right back out. Wow. Looks like Brandon Showers is involved. On the start. Whoa. Jason Branch. Looks like Jason Branch is going around. Causes a check up on the bottom. The 0-0 just turns on his own, which in turn the 5 tries to check up. It looks like he even took a little bit more damage from Sean Stamper right there at the end. Nothing too bad, but it's probably we're gonna have to take a look at that. That might be some serious damage there for some of these guys. Sean Stamper heading down pit road. Looks like the front end's not too bad. A little bit of a dent there on the side. A lot of guys in here getting worked on. Taking a look how it's shaking up front though. As Matt Brown of Torque Wrench Motorsports is coming around. Trace McDowell still there on the high side. We're going to jump over to a quick commercial and we'll be right back with you.
Tired of hitting the wall when it comes to flavor? Well, race on down to Bent Frame Italian Cafe.
Excuse me, sweetheart, what exactly comes on this meatball sandwich?
Oh, we pile it up good here at Bent Frame Cafe. You got meatballs, lettuce, tomato, cheese, and our famous special wall sauce.
Wall sauce? Baby, that ain't a meatball sandwich. That's just a hamburger that's been in 3 cautions and lost its front bumper.
It's my signature meatball sandwich, Mama T. It's what the commercial is all about. Get in line, and I'm not talking the high line again. Cut.
No, you cut. Why are you bringing that up again, you chewed up meatball sandwich?
Well, then maybe you should try the sorry about your lap back flattened sub. Bent Frame Cafe, straight out of the oven, not the wall. We are sauced and wrecked. Always straight out of the oven, not the wall.
All right, back with you as we'll be going green this time by as Matt Brown getting ready to take us back green. Taking a look. I want to see if Trace McDowell was not able to get any of the damage repaired on that front right side. All right, we'll be going back green. Pace car is in. Matt Brown taking it in to the admin box. Green flag drop, and we're off. Matt Brown looking like he's pulling away pretty good on Trace McDowell of LBS, filling in tonight. And the caution flag out once again. Matthew Graham of Rowdy Racing involved Shane Hatfield, Daryl Sabalos. Trying to see here. Whoa! Looks like it originates a little bit further up front as Shane Hatfield, I think, is getting into it possibly with Kyle Cameron. Trying to see here. Looking, maybe we'll go over to Shane Hatfield, see if we can't get a better view here. Whoa, the 55. The 55 looks like he just gets loose. Possibly overdriving into the turn. There he is, the 55. Oh, the 55 takes a hit from Brock Piper here. Now that we see this, let's take a look at this from another perspective. All right, 55, they're on high. And the 51 shoots right up in and catches him. The 15 getting into it. Wanting to see what happened with Daryl Sabalos real quick while we got a little bit of time. We got one back there blinking. There he is, the 9 on the inside. It just, the wreck. Luckily for the 9, he did not take significant damage there.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Tommy Rogers.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you are muted.
I know. I see it. I see it. I appreciate it.
All right, man.
I do apologize. I was muted. And we got Jeffries, though, here. It looks like no one else hit him. I do apologize. Watching Josh McKinney here. Looks like Josh McKinney just drifts up, catches the 0-1, sending him back up track.
Tommy, you got comms.
I do got comms.
I just got a report that you are muted.
I am not muted anymore. Eric came in and let me know. Appreciate it.
Copy that. I was checking out what that accident was, and I came in to tell you.
All right, we appreciate it, man.
Later.
Yes, sir. Nothing like talking a whole lot. Got to mute the mic from time to time. Looks like Bryce Hinton, now our leader. Jared Philpott, P2. Trace McDowell, Justin Croak. Let's take a look at how some of these teammates are stacking up. As we got SMT, looks like Justin Crow in top 5. Next closest help is Grant Wesley back in 11th. Bryce Hinton, however, he's got Ross Campoli there in P5. Trace McDowell, nobody even close at the moment. Justin Crow we've already talked about, as well as Ross Campoli. Nick Bauman of Dark Horse, though, making his way back up front. It does not look like Trevor Haley. Trevor Haley's not doing bad. He's still got quite a bit of time as he's sitting P16. The pace car is in. Bryce Hinton has got the green flag and he is on the move. Bryce Hinton there on the bottom. We got word that one of our partners that broadcast for the Highline, RSI Broadcasting, will have their new broadcast here very soon. Looks like we'll be getting introduced to it come tomorrow evening. Looking forward to that. Bryce Hinton in the lead with Jared Philpott of VRX right behind him. Nick Bauman up to P3. Trace McDowell with the damaged truck, not able to really contend with the front 3 or 4, but he is being able to manage himself into the P5, P6 range at the moment. Really curious to see if Nick Bauman's going to make a move. Nick Bauman holding the high side right here. Jared Philpott on the bottom. Brian Hennings looks like he's protecting as he's trying to look for who's got the better run. 97 of Nick getting to the outside. Is he going to shut him down? It looks like he might be shutting down Bryce Hinton. They're door to door. Jared Philpott right behind Nick. And Nick Bauman makes the pass. Looks like Nick Bauman is coming up on the two. The 2 car being driven by Matthew Graham. Looks like Bryce Hinton starting to struggle to hold position as Jared Philpott right on his door. Looks like he's going to make the pass here any moment now. He's got the run, and there's the pass as Bryce Hinton drops back to P3. Lap leaders now. Nick Bauman with only 5. Bryce Hinton getting up to 11. Got to take a look at some of these guys, but really watching some heavy racing up front right now as Jared Philpott getting on the bumper of the 97. Whoa, and Eric Hayden's in the wall. Eric Hayden's in the wall, and the caution is out. The caution is out. We're going back to see what happened to the 100. We definitely saw Eric Hayden going into the wall there. We're going to start it out, though, with Matt Brown here and see what goes down here with Matt. There's Eric right in front of him. Whoa, and they're going around big time. Taking that back one more time. We see Randy Showers involved there as well. See if we can't get a better idea here. Eric's 4 wide right now. Just drifts across. Looks like he possibly just drifted across the nose of Grant Wesley, I believe there. All right. One more time from this angle as we see him 4 wide right about here. They're going 4 wide. 4 wide. Really tight. And Eric just ever so slightly drifts up just enough to come across the nose, picking up severe damage. And we're back live as we're coming up to 50 laps to go with quite a few cautions tonight. Wow. As we're looking at our 16th caution here. I do not know if I think, in the future, if I'm going to put Iowa on the schedule. We're definitely going to link up with the admins, get in touch with the Highline board, get people's feedback, but I can't say it's going to be positive feedback for sure. But taking a look at our top 5, we're looking at Jared Philpott up front. They're in the 8, as we've got Corey Cook running for LBS tonight. They're in the 7. I do apologize. Corey Cook running for Rowdy Racing tonight. Brian Hennings of VRX right there in the mix in the 74. Scott Wise of Torque Wrench Motorsports. And Donnie Beach of SMT. It does look like we're going to be going back green this time by as the pace car's in. Jared Philpott bringing it in. The admin box green flag is out, and we are off as we got 2 VRX drivers now, P1 and P2, with 49 laps to go. No better time to get up front and get in the mix. Nick Bauman almost going around back there as he was running tight racing with Donnie Beats there in the 11. Still very close as they're 3 wide. The 11 coming down into the door of the 86. And the caution flag is out. We know it's going to be taking place further back, right about here. And we're going to rewind this one. See what we got from the get-go here as the 8, as the 888 is involved in it again. Not sure that he really had much to do with it, but we're going to take a look. It happens up front when the 37 gets into somebody, it looks like, seriously kicking off this big one. Trace McDowell here. They get slowed up front. The 31 of Scott Wise gets into the wall here, gets really slow, and the 37 elects to go right and really just gets into him here. Wow, I mean, that was something else. We're going to take a look, though, right here one more time. See Scott Wise in the wall there, really slow as the 37 just gets into him hard. And another caution. We got them cheering on VRX in the chat. As Jared Philpott, Brian Hennings up front. P1 and P2. The next one back is Vincent Guerrero in P16. Well, we got Corey Cook, P3. Helix Motorsports, number 28. P4 and Nick Bauman, P5. What's going to happen this time? That's all I can tell you, man. We're going to see. Taking a look at some key drivers, guys, that we've been really watching. Bryce Hinton, P4. Trevor Haley, now back in the mix, in the top 10. Looks like we're going by one more time. Taking a look here, looking for Evan Perry. Evan Perry been kind of quiet tonight. They're in the SMT, currently running 17. Pace car's in. They're entering the Pedley start zone, and the admin box, green flag is out. Jared Philpott on the move, on the inside there, transitioning. Looks like he's going to middle lane. The 74, his teammate, right there behind him. The 28 of Bryce Hinton going to be putting on the pressure here as he's dropping below, looking to make a move early as he's on the inside of the 74. Looking to make a pass. Justin Crow elects to move back up to the high side. But Nick Bauman there in the Napa. Oh, and the wrecks are coming out again as Grant Wesley is involved. And we're going back. Wow, looks like Grant Wesley might have just been a little bit too aggressive there in the turn. Gonna watch it from a different view. Here he is coming in. Yep. Just gets too loose there. Ends up getting tagged by quite a few guys as we're going back live. Looks like Brock Piper might have suffered some relatively significant damage. Take a look there. The 51. Looks like the 51 almost missing pit road. As Bryce Hinton out front. Taking a look at some of the pit stop stats here. Last pit, it looks like Bryce took 4 tires. Looks like the top 5 did. Our leader at 162. Bryce Hinton. Looks like we're going to be going by one more time. Taking a look at the chat and different things. I agree with the chat right now. He definitely got loose there. Looking for a teammate check. Looks like Bryce has got a couple teammates. Technically 3 teammates all inside the top 10. So that could prove to help if they can get by a few cars. Looking for some of the Highline guys. Looks like Jim Sagrito back running P20. Kyle Cameron and team is, wow, Ryan Wilson is now up to P7. But the pace car is in, and we're going back green, and the green flag is out. Bryce Hinton there on the move. Justin Crow right behind him. Nick Bauman there on the inside. Trevor Haley in the mix as he's up in it now. As Trevor Haley looks like a P5. Nick Bauman getting into it with Justin Crow, but saves it. Really watching these guys right now as there's a serious battle up front. Trevor Haley back up to P5. Looks like Justin Crow trying to make a move there on the high side of the 28. Gets a pretty decent run. Looks like he's really going to make it hard for the Helix Motorsports 28. He's not going to be able to get as high as he would like to this time around. Still holding position on the inside. Justin Crow looking to potentially make a move and take the lead. Still there on the inside of the 28 as he's now in the lead. Is he going to drop down? He is clear. Nick Bauman there on the outside of the 28. Looks like Justin Crow does not elect to go all the way to the bottom. Still managing to get back to the high side as Nick Bauman looks like he may do the same thing to Justin Crow as Nick Bauman is now in the lead. Nick Bauman made his move. Trevor Haley on the outside. Trevor Haley moving up to P3 as he passes the 28. You can bet the 86 is looking in the rear view. He sees a whole lot of that Red Bull 12. He knows something's coming, especially with Nick Bauman, another Dark Horse driver, right in front of him. Bringing us to 170. Nick Bauman's really starting to pull out in front of the 86. Expecting to see Trevor Haley make a move on Justin Crow any moment now. Going on board with last year's champion, Trevor Haley here on the inside. This might be the beginning of that move we were talking about. Trevor Haley now getting inside of the door of the 86. And the caution is out once again. Looks like Cody Neagles is involved. Moving it back, take a look. Not seeing him yet. Not exactly sure what's going on with Cody Neagles tonight. Looking like it does not want to find him. Looks like it's not going to show it. So we're going to go back in and try to catch it through a different angle. Not exactly sure what went down there with Cody Neagles. Wish it would have showed us, it looks like, but we're not going to be able to catch that one. We don't have a camera angle for it this time around. So we're heading back live. Looking at this breakdown now. Looks like most of the field pitted. A few guys that stayed out. It's like Trace McDowell currently in the lead. Definitely looking like Trace McDowell is not on the same tire change regimen as most of the pack at the moment. Though on Trace's last pit stop 21 laps ago, he did take 4 tires, as did Josh McKinney. Jared Philpott's got 14 on his, and Daryl Sabalos with 27 on his 4 tires. Looking for Daryl. Daryl will be in the 9 truck. But the pace car is in. We're waiting to see the admin box green flag drop. And there it is, and we're back at it one more time with 24 laps to go. As Trace McDowell's out front and leading the way. Jared Philpott there on the inside. Joshua McKinney of LBS, he's up front. In the 0-3, right behind Philpott, making a move, going down low. The 7 of Corey Cook right there with him. And the caution flag is out once again. Wow. Not sure what happened here. Looks like Sebastian Michaels might have been involved in this. The 37 we see there with significant damage. We're trying to link up here with Sebastian Michaels for a moment. Watch Michaels here for a moment. Looks like some guys blinked out on track. That might have been the one that we wanted to see. Yes, indeed. Looks like somebody's just having a blinking issue, causing SCK to have a little bit of a fit there. But the caution flag is out. Looking at our top 5, though, as we're going to be going back green here in a few minutes, as we've got Trace McDowell still with front end damage, I'm sure. No, he finally did get that truck fixed. There's Jared Philpott in P2. Joshua McKinney of LBS there in the 03. Coming in P3, Corey Cook. Fill-in driver tonight for Rowdy Racing, P4. And BRX captain, Brian Hennings there in the 74 on the inside line. Looks like the pace car's lights are out. So we will be going green this time by. Pace car is in. Trace McDowell entering the Pedley start zone now. And we are off. Is Trace McDowell going to be able to hold them off? "28 tires, or I'm sorry, 28 laps on that set of 4. Is it going to hold up? Looks like Sean Stamper is back. He's back in 21 now. 4 wide. 2 helix as Sean Stamper there on the wall. Ryan Wilson. Oh, and there goes Jeremy Jeffries. It looked like he went around, and the caution is out. We're bringing it back. Right there, we see the 0-1. Not sure if he just got loose or if he's got an issue. So we are going to definitely try to get eyes on this one. Looks like a net code. It definitely looks like a net code. Slow right here. They might have touched anyways, but that was definitely a net code as Stamper clips the 0-1 as well. Looks like he took some pretty significant damage on that front left as we're going full speed. And we're back live. 15 laps to go, 2 green, white checkers. Coming at you with a few more of the team graphics as we're looking at the Highline squad with Sean Stamford, Jim Segredo, Sebastian Michaels, Brian Hayes, who is yet to take the flag, and Eric Hayden. LBS, Josh McKinney, Larkin Boyer, Brock Piper, Chris James. We got Rusty Chansey here. He was supposed to race with these guys. Looks like he stood them up. It does indeed look like he stood them up. And then the Torque Wrench Motorsports squad bringing in Zach Carey, Shane Hatfield, Scott Wise, Jason Branch, and Matt Brown. Zach Carey not in the race tonight. And that completes the team breakdown. Remind everybody of the stats with Ethan Moreno winning the race last week. You know, missing this week is going to be big, you know, as a lot of guys are going to gain a lot of points over him. He will not be in first place after tonight, missing this race. Key guys to watch as Ryan Wilson is set to move up here for sure, as will Brandon Showers, but quite a few other guys are going to be making moves too, as Juan Escamilla not in the field tonight either. Pace car's lights are out as he heads in. We'll be going 12 laps to go. Trace McDowell, Jared Philpott, Josh McKinney, Nick Bauman, and Corey Cook. Our top 5. Really big to see 2 LBS drivers in the front as the pace car is in. And the green flag is out, and we're back at it right here. 12 laps to go. Trace McDowell up front, Jared Philpott right there behind him. Josh McKinney on the inside. Nick Bauman trying to inch his way back up into the front with his teammate Trevor Haley in P5 right behind him now. A top 5 finish this time around would actually be really big for last year's champion, just needing to get some solid points tonight. Doesn't necessarily need the win here, as Nick Bauman getting real close to the 8's door there. Nick Bauman looks like he's overtaking Jared Philpott for P2. 10 laps to go here. Trevor Haley now on the inside of the 8, running it tight. Nick Bauman making a move, trying to inch his way to the high side. Trace McDowell's got to defend, but he's got to defend 2 Dark Horse drivers right now. One on the high side, one on the inside. Looks like Brandon Showers of Prime X making a move down to the bottom. These guys are still battling up front. Oh, and the 5 of Brandon Showers is in the wall, and the caution is out. The caution is out. And we're taking it. We're going to take it back. We got to see this one. Jared Philpott's in it as well. That's going to be big. Right here, looks like Brandon Showers gets stuck on the front end side there of the 8. Looks like the 5 definitely comes up into the 8. The 8 definitely looked like he was holding his line there. All right. Wow. While we're under caution, we got to show love. We got to show a little bit of love. We want to get TWRS in the mix, so we're going to a quick commercial, and we'll be back with you in a minute.
Highline Racing's official fuel. So strong, you'll pit for seconds. One leg, full throttle. Black Flag coffee keeps me hopping faster than pit road gossip. Black Flag coffee, because sleep is for the caution laps. That will do.
Pace car is in, and we are back green. 4 laps to go. Trevor Haley right there behind him. Nick Bauman in tow. 2 dark horse drivers right on the tail of the LBS fill-in. This is going to be a battle. Trace McDowell probably wants nothing to do with any more cautions, especially with the 2 dark horse superstars on the move, as Nick Bauman taking the high side. Trevor Haley there on the bottom, moving up right behind Trace, looking to make a move at any moment as we're 2 laps to go. And just like that, the caution is out, and we're going to see our first green-white checker. Not exactly sure what happened here. See if we can't see anything from this view. Bam! And Scott Wise, it looks like, comes off the wall right into the 16 here. Gonna see this one more time. Not on, here we go. Bringing it back one more time. Scott gets into the wall, shoots him down right into the 16. All right, we're under caution again, so as promised, we're going to hit that commercial one more time.
Highline Racing's official fuel. So strong, you'll pit for seconds.
One leg, full throttle. Black Flag coffee keeps me hopping faster than pit road gossip.
Black Flag coffee, because sleep is for the caution laps.
That will do it. When it's time to go lightning fast, you need Team Watson Racing setups. We use real thunder.
When you're looking for a setup and a community that stands behind it, Team Watson Racing Setups. Serious setups. For drivers who are done guessing.
If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal.
Every race I'm taking, you know what I leave a toes. Counting all the wins, it's me they love the most. Watch me wiggle, watch you jiggle. I'm the king now. You just a little.
All right, we are back. Be going green this time by as Brian Hennings running P4 up 32 spots. Ryan Wilson up 26. Let's get eyes on the Wolf as he's there in P11 now at the moment. Also notable guys moving to the front, Chuck Fletcher. Chuck Fletcher now P14. Daryl Sabalos of Rowdy Racing in the 9. Had an up and down race tonight, but finds himself in top 10 at the moment. Right on the inside of Keaton Cox of Helix Motorsports. But Nick Bauman, Trace McDowell, Trevor Haley, Brian Hennings, and Corey Cook are top 5 as we're going to be going back green right here. 3 laps to go. And we're going. Nick Bauman there in the 97. His teammate right behind him. Dark Horse P1, P2 at the moment. Looks like Trevor Haley not messing around. He's going to do everything he can to ensure he puts forth his best effort, but he's definitely not going to wreck his teammate as Nick Bauman there in the Napa Auto Parts on the high side. These two guys are battling. They're side by side. Corey Cook has moved up. It looks like Trace McDowell has dropped back quite a bit. Nick Bauman coming out of 4. What's going to happen? Right here. And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Bauman in his first race of the season coming in right in front of his teammate, Trevor Haley, to pull down the win. Taking a look at the checkered flag one more time. Watching these guys come through right here. We got it in slow-mo at the moment. Trevor Haley's dropping down any second now. Speed it up just a hair. And then we're going back quarter speed here. All right, Trevor Haley's making his move now. It's not near enough, though. definitely not enough. What a race, though. What a race, and what a big-time comeback by the Dark Horse duo. Nick Bauman pulling down the win. Congratulations to Nick Bauman. All right, we're going to pull up the final results here. All right, Nick Bauman with 19 laps led brings home the checkered flag. Trevor Haley, also of Dark Horse, with 101 laps led, but brings in a P2 podium finish. And Corey Cook coming through big for Rowdy Racing tonight, bringing in a podium position. Our hard charger of the evening is Brian Hennings. Not sure. I don't think he's got the Blind Squirrel hard charger logo on the truck, so he will not be able to win the extra $5. But Trevor Haley with most laps led, of course. Nick Bauman fastest lap and our pole winner tonight. Also Trevor Haley. Well, let's take a look at what we got here. We got all podium finishers up in here in the waiting room. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull them all up at once. We've got our P3 finisher, Corey Cook. We've got Trevor Haley as well as Nick Bauman. We'll start here with Corey Cook. Corey, do you got comms?
I sure do, Tommy.
Outstanding, man. You know, for all intents and purposes, that was a pretty ugly race. Not by the guys running up front, like you and Trevor and those guys running up front all night. You guys ran a beautiful race. There was a lot of wrecks, a lot of guys washing up, catching people in those left side quarter panels, turning them, kicking off, as you know, a ton of wrecks. But with that said, you found yourself in familiar territory right here in the mix with Trevor Haley and Nick Bauman. You pull out the P3 finish, but, coming into that last lap, man, what was the plan?
Well, honestly, I was too far back to really make anything happen cleanly, so I was hoping they'd just end up wrecking each other. I'll just be honest with you.
Yeah, I was, I think I made mention of that in the broadcast, but I definitely didn't think those two were going to wreck. They were going to make sure one of them won, but they were going to battle it, for sure there at the end. Trevor, you want to elaborate there? Was that kind of your plan?
Yeah, I mean, anybody else but Nick probably would have got the bumper after how my race went, and I had to drive back to the front, but
I hear
got
that,
too much respect for my teammates to do that, so.
Indeed. And Nick, with 19 laps led, comes through, pulls down the win over Trevor Haley once again. Nick, what was going through your head there, especially, as you guys were on the backstretch getting ready to come into those last two turns?
Basically, it's just praying I didn't get the bumper. I'm just glad it was my teammate behind me, because anybody else I would have expected to get shipped. So me and Trevor have good respect for each other back and forth, so
Indeed.
we can race hard and clean.
Indeed, man. And, hats off to all three of you guys. Congratulations on pulling down the win, Nick, and the podiums for the other two guys. And, it's an honor to see you guys race. And it's impressive. It really is. Corey, we really wish you were a full-time guy here. You compete with the best every time out. Doesn't matter what track it is. So with that said, our P3 finisher tonight, Corey Cook, in the 7 truck, running for running for Rowdy Racing tonight. You got the floor, sir.
I just want to thank Rowdy Racing for letting me be one of their fill-in drivers. I saw the car and track combo, excuse me, and I thought that'd be a pretty fun little session. I wish it went green more than the yellows, but we'll take what we can get. I do enjoy the short tracks, even though this is a short track by a stretch, but you know what I mean.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, Trevor Haley, P2 finisher tonight. Most laps led, pole winner. Floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody watching, thank all my teammates and friends, and you guys for doing the podcast and all the admins.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate you as well. And our winner tonight in the 97 truck, in his first race back since season 1, Nick Bauman of Dark Horse Racing. Floor is yours.
I just want to thank everybody that makes it all possible. You guys up in race control on the broadcast, y'all do a good job. Everybody at home watching, shout out to my teammates. We can race each other hard, but with lots of respect, and it's a hell of a lot of fun to be able to do that. So, just want to thank everybody that makes it possible.
Indeed, indeed. Once again, congratulations to all you guys. I'll let you guys move yourself back to the channels you guys so desire. We'll wrap this broadcast up. We'll get to work on the points. We'll have that out here shortly. And as promised, we'll have a better idea of how we're going to be able to utilize the team points for fill-in drivers after tonight's race. So we'll let everybody in the league know. The points will be posted here soon. And we appreciate every one of you for showing up, showing love. And at the end of the day, we had a lot of cautions, way more than we anticipated the Highline ever having in any of these races. But we've got the shortest track out of the way. It should be on an uphill, we'll be heading uphill now. So cross your fingers. But I expect next week to be much better. I'm Tommy Rogers signing off on the Highline. We'll catch you guys next time.
Please don't leave. See y'all next week.
Yeah, I'm in the vein, speeding like a dark horse. Nothing can contain me. Hit 'em and pause. Every race I'm taking, you know what I leave a coast. Counting all the wins, it's me they love the most.
Watch me wiggle, watch me jiggle. I'm the king.